integrity and honesty in our politicians. They lie, they tax evade. I've seen them on television where they've been asked a question and there must be a class that can look and teach them answering yes or no. And nobody seems to have enough strength to call them out. The second one is, my concern is, and I get so upset I holler at the television, is
I'm not the only one.
this illegal immigration. The first word is illegal. They're not here legally. When do we protect illegal people? And another thing I don't understand is racial profiling. What's so wrong about they're illegal Mexicans? Why wouldn't you be looking for that kind of a person to stop? Maybe I'm naive, I don't know. When they keep talking about illegal, in California, there's protesting, they're going to boycott Arizona for passing a law against illegal people. The basketball team and a girls' team in Chicago, Illinois, can't go to Arizona for their game because of the law that Arizona passed against illegal people. I want somebody in Washington that's going to stand up and say, you lied, and you did lie. That one congressman said you lied, the president. He's lying continuously. And I know it's hard to call him on it, but he's not the only one. You know, he's just the head. I'm very, very frustrated.
Well, a lot of people are. And Joe Wilson was frustrated. That's why he used that language, and then he apologized immediately. And I know Joe very well, and I've probably been sitting next to him that night. And I'd have been as surprised as everybody else was that Joe Wilson said that.
But
He'd had numerous town hall meetings in August with his people from Hilton Head to some of the poor areas in South Carolina that he represents, and they all had the same message. And I think it was just frustration. But he apologized and apologized for that. But he never said, and he will never say, that he was wrong, except in the usage of words. He would have changed it now. That's not the facts, or I don't agree with that. You know. But anyway, let me try to answer some of those questions. There are a good number of members of Congress, and I serve the legislature the same way there, that are honest people of integrity, that you can trust their words. Oftentimes they don't get the limelight because they're doing their stuff. They're doing it right. And it's sad that we have. A congressman friend of mine from Indiana just was caught doing the wrong thing, and it's resigned. And members of Congress and state legislatures are human beings. They're a representative body of the rest of the people that elect them. So it takes a twofold purpose. One, people have to elect the right people. And that means sometimes, in the process of doing that, you make mistakes. I think it was a big mistake was made last year, but it was the election, and that's how it turned out, and we go on with it. But it means that we have to take action. We never can just let it slide, and integrity has to be a big quotient that we look for. On the issue of illegal aliens, Sonny Bono, when he was still alive, when he was asked at a town hall meeting or a debate about his stance on illegal aliens or illegal immigration, he looked up briefly and he says, "What was that first word?" The person repeated it, "Illegal." And he just simply said, "Then enforce the law."
That's right.
And that's all Phoenix, that's all Arizona is doing right now. They said, federal government, if you're not going to enforce it, we're going to enforce it.
Well, no, it's so far out of proportion. It's like kids in kindergarten.
Well, they say it's become controversial. To who?
Yeah.
70% of American people agree with them. That's not controversial. 80% of American people disagreed with Obamacare, but that wasn't controversial. But that's where we stand up on our hind legs as citizens and say, wait a second. You in the major media, if you're going to try to spin it totally opposite of where we're at, we're not going to accept that. We're going to continue standing. To hear the governor of Arizona, she spoke out strongly the other day. I mean, it was amazing.
That's worth the
when you get someone ready to speak, and they speak that strongly, that's where you say, I support that. But You also need to look at the rest of the record of politicians. They can pontificate, they can posture in certain things. We all do it, there's that temptation. But then you have to look at the rest of the record and make sure there's consistency as well.
Governor Chris from New Jersey.
Oh, he's done a great job.
Oh, his speech that he gave was fantastic.
Well, maybe some of us are waking up, and I think it's because the people are waking up. So let's go on here. We'll go with Chris, then we'll come here.